Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mega 5 Stars. So, listen, I said I was going to do this video to let you know more about my life, and why sometimes I'm not been doing celebrity news and reality TV show reviews some days. But I'm going to let you know what's been going on. I'm going to let you into my life a little bit more. So my channel will be more about my life, because I feel like a lot of things in my life can help others. And I just want to open up more on my channel. So I'm going to be sharing celebrity news, reality TV show reviews, as well as, things and commentary on my favorite YouTubers. And then I'm going to let you more into my life. So like a vlog type thing. But I said I was going to share what's been going on with me lately. It's been really rough. So I said I wanted to share this with my viewers. So as you know, a lot of you might already know that I have an autistic son. I have 3 kids, but my middle son is severely autistic. So does that mean? Well, he's not verbal. He doesn't talk. To look at him, you wouldn't know that he's autistic. Like with, all autistic people or children, they don't have a look. They look normal. And he's a very handsome guy. So you wouldn't tell that he's autistic unless you're around him and see different things that he do. So I know a lot of you, when I do be doing my commentary or reviews or whatever, you might hear him in the background. I say, oh, please excuse my son, he's autistic, because sometimes he'll make a little noise or something like that. And so I'm gonna let you know more about him as time go on. I'm gonna be bringing him on the camera a little bit more, so you'll get to know who he is and what he about. But I don't like to really bring him in spotlight too much, because people can be cruel and stuff like that. But at the same time, really, to be honest with you, I really don't care about what people got to say, because there's ignorant people in the world. When you put yourself on social media, you're going to get some ignorant people. So all I'll do is just block them or delete their comment or whatever like that. But I said I wanted to open up more to help other people who might be going through a similar situation. So I'll be getting more into that, guys, and sharing more about how I deal with him and everything. He's not a little child. He's an older young man. And so how I deal with him daily, I'll let you know about that. But he's very aware of a lot of things. Yes, he's very aware of a lot of things. But it's certain things in his daily life I have to help him with. Okay, and so I'll be opening up more about that, and as videos come on. It might be tomorrow, it might be next week, but I will be sharing a little bit more of him, because I want to be able to reach out to other people who have autistic family members that may be going through the similar things as me. As you know, there are different levels to autism. To mild to severe. So my son is considered severe because he's not verbal, because he some things he need help with in his daily lifestyle. And so he's considered like severe. And a lot of things you have to watch him with. Like, he doesn't have a sense of danger. So you have to watch him, with a lot of things. But he do know hot and cold, though. He know when something's hot, don't touch it and stuff like that, But other things, he need help with. Because some things he do, I be like, boy, you don't realize this can happen or whatever like that. So you have to watch him. But so I deal with that. My other 2 children, they're living their lives right now. They helped me a lot while they were young. My baby girl, she helped a lot with her brother. And my oldest son helped enormously a lot, because he had to help with his baby sister and his brother. So he, did a whole lot as growing up. And then at the time, I was off and on. I was a single parent. So my oldest son had to step in while I go to work and stuff like that. So right now, they're living their life, and I want them to live their life. I want them to travel, do them, have fun, enjoy their life without having to worry about their brother, you know. So, you know. But anyway, guys, so that's part of my story. But the second half part of my story is, as growing up as a young person, I was diagnosed with scoliosis, where's my spine curve a little bit in my back, just a little bit. But it does cause some type of pain or whatever. You wouldn't notice if you look at me that I have a curve in my spine. But you know, a lot of people have that in scoliosis. I mean, in school, a lot of people is diagnosed with scoliosis, because that's how I found out in school. They did a test where I don't know if they do that anymore in school, where they go up your spine to see if it's straight or whatever like that. But anyway, I was diagnosed with that, but I knew it was something more, because I would be in a lot of pain and I couldn't take gym all the time. I had to have doctor's excuses not to take gym because I would be in a lot of pain. And just sitting down in the school chair, sometime I would have all this side pain. So I would come home, tell my mom, my side is hurting, I'm in a lot of pain or whatever like that. So it was a lot of pain off and on throughout my childhood. So weirdly, it would go into like a remission stage where I don't have the pain. And like for like 2 years throughout school, I was happy I had the pain. I wanted to do gym. I was a cheerleader. I was flipping. I was doing some everything. But I did notice, like, after I would do my cheering and stuff, I go home, I was more sore than others, you know. Other people would experience. But I still wanted to do it, and I pushed myself through it, and I did it. Okay, fine. So fast forward, as I got older, I would work and stuff like that, come home. I still was experiencing pain, but I didn't understand it. I thought it was I just had a rough day at work or whatever. It wasn't that serious. You know, I would take a Tylenol or something to go away or whatever like that. But it was constantly, it started getting constantly as I got older, it started getting worse and worse. Okay. Now, I started working at the hospital where I had to do 12-hour shifts. So, and I worked on the trauma unit. So, I would do like 3 days on, 3 days off, like that. And I would have to work that 3 days. I would have to work straight 12-hour shifts. So I was so tired. I was starting to get and be in so much pain, excruciating pain. And then at the end of the night, I remember a couple of times I would have like a fever. I'd be in so much pain, I couldn't even get in my car. So I would have to go downstairs, go to the ER. They would check me. My vital signs would be high. And so then I would have this pain, and then I would have a fever. So they would give me a needle with pain medicine in it. It'll ease it off. I'll go home. I'll sleep, rest, get back up, do the same thing. Now, no, every day I couldn't go down to the emergency room. So I would have my Tylenol or, you know, my ibuprofen or whatever to help me deal with the pain. So it started getting so bad that I was like, I can't even, some days I couldn't even get up, and it was bad because I couldn't work. And I remember them being upset with me because they was like, people have to take over your shift. You can't do that. People have to go home and rest too. I can't get people in here all the time to cover your shift. And it was just getting hard. It was making my job and me as a, you know, it was bringing down my performance at work. And so I was like, well, I have to find out what's going on. I have all this insurance and no doctors could tell me what was going on with me. So finally, you know, it's a blessing, but then it's not a blessing but my mother was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. So that can be hereditary. Then finally my mother said, well, go and get checked for rheumatoid arthritis. And so I went to the doctors and I said, well, look, y'all, you can't find what's going on with me. My mother said to check me for rheumatoid arthritis. You would think they would check you for that with all of the symptoms that I've gave them. They would automatically check for rheumatoid, but they didn't. But anyway, they wound up checking and everything. And it came out that, yes, I have rheumatoid arthritis. Now, rheumatoid arthritis is one of the worst arthritis you can get because it's crippling. Of course, there's no cure. And it can affect you really bad. It can affect your heart too. So it's a real bad arthritis. And again, it's it can be crippling. It is crippling. Some people's hands start to bend. The bones start to, their hands are crippled a little bit. My mom's fingers is bending just a little bit. It's starting to bend. She has the knots on it because you could get knots on your fingers, stuff like that. Like right now, as I'm talking to you, I'm having a problem with this finger right here. It's hurting. And so what I do is I'll take some cream. As you can see, the tube almost gone. But the doctor gave me this cream because he said to give me the shot. Because you could get different shots and needles in your joints to, I guess, like, make them, I don't know what they do. But they put they can give you a shot to make it not hurt as much. But he said he said to have that shot in your finger is real bad pain. He said it'd be really painful. So he was like, he wouldn't recommend doing that right now. And so he said, just use the cream and continue to take my medicine, which I'm going to get into. But my rheumatoid has been labeled as severe because it's all over my body. And it's real painful. And I've heard of people just having rheumatoid. Some people told me that they was diagnosed it in their hand or in their arm or in their leg. No, I have it all over. And that's very painful. So it really got bad. And then on top of that, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. So that's another type of pain that you get pains in your muscles. And then on top of that, it affects your sleep. So you're tired all the time. You're in pain. You're aching. And then I got pain from the rheumatoid. And then on top of that, it can cause anxiety and depression. So I just, my doctor was like, and also on top of that, it causes bowel problems. So I'm having all of that. And so it just gets worse. So my pain medicine wasn't working because they start you off with something mild with like pills or whatever like that. So that wasn't working. So finally they start me off with injections. So it's like needles. And they're big needles. And I'll show you one day. I just don't feel like getting up right now. I'm in a lot of pain right now. But it's big needles. But they don't really hurt. It's like a puncture. You put it in your stomach or your leg. And some people have to do theirs once a week or once a month. So I was doing mine weekly. And so you have to take these needles. And that's like people who, have severe rheumatoid. So you have to do that. And then that don't really take it all away. Like, it might help you for like 2 to 3 days. But then the other 4 days, it might help like 3 to 4 days, okay? But then the other 3 days or so, you start to feel that pain coming back on. And it don't really take the pain all the way away. Like if you trigger it, if you're out exercising or something like that, you're not completely done going with the pain. Now, some people, it helps them. Like they really literally don't be in pain. The needles, okay? But then it might trigger something in them as they do something like that. But if your rheumatoid is really bad, it's really hard to get rid of that pain. So the next thing was, it wasn't working. My needles wasn't working as well. I was getting swollen limbs, and just my vital sign, my blood pressure was going up from the pain and stuff like that. I was having difficulties. It started affecting the walls in my chest, around my heart. So anyway, so my doctor said, that's it. You have to now go to get the medicine by IV. So you have to go to the hospital, sit there and get the medicine through an IV, because you can't do that at home. They have to watch you while you're getting it done. So I'll have to go get go get the medicine through the IV at the hospital. And it will help a lot. It did help a lot. I still experience pain, but it was a big relief from what I was going through. So I still couldn't really like do a 9-to-5 job. I just can't, I can't do a lot of exercise or whatever. It'll trigger it. I can't do like different things would trigger it to make the pain worse, to where it's just intolerable. So anyway, I was doing the IV and everything at the hospital and everything. So recently, it's a problem with nurses and everything being able to control my son. My son no one can really handle him right now, because autism children or family members can go through a phase where they can be disruptive to the person. Like, he doesn't hit nobody or anything like that, he gets loud, and if he gets upset, he'll bang. So he was like banging the car window or the truck, or that they would take him out in. So I'll be able to go to the hospital to get my injections, the IV. So anyway, he was becoming uncontrollable, and no one could take him. And I don't understand it really, because I'm thinking they're professionals. If I'm able to handle him, you know what I mean? So, but I'm in a small, I don't live where I grew up at. I grew up in the city. So, I don't live there now. I'm in a small state. Well, it's not a small state, but I'm in a small city. And, they don't have many resources here. So, and the people that do help them, they're not really, I don't think they're that trained to help autistic children. I find them more or less giving services to autistic children who aren't as severe as my son, which is messed up, because the government give you money to do a service. You should do it to your fullest, and don't be picking who you want to serve to and who you don't. But unfortunately, that's my reality. So I was taking him to the hospital with me. I started taking him with me, but due to COVID, they were allowing me to go ahead and go into another room, and a nurse would come in there and monitor me while my son was with me, because my son makes a lot of noise. They didn't want to distract the other patients there, because they have to watch them as well. And everybody really need to remain calm and stuff like that, because they have to take your vitals before you're able to go. And a lot of times my vitals was elevated because I'm coping with him, trying to keep him quiet and doing IV. So they just felt like it wasn't the best thing for me to continue to do. So they told me I couldn't do that anymore. I would have to talk to my doctor to figure out other things, which I found was messed up. And now my doctor and them is looking to find an alternative way. But unfortunately, I had to go back to the injections. And so that leaves me with a lot of pain. So many days I'm in pain, I'm sore. The injections do help a little bit, but they don't help much. And so I'm dealing with that, guys. So I be in pain a lot, and I be tired a lot from the pain. And then any energy that I do have, I have to deal with my son, which is okay. I'm dealing with it, and I get through it. I have my pain medication. I'm not on no hard pain medication. They used to have me on Percocet. No, that's a no-no. Okay. My body got used to it. When I was coming off of it, it tore me up. I mean, like, it had me, I don't know. It's like your body even though you're mentally not addicted to the drug, your body gets addicted to the drug. And so, when I was coming off of it and stopping it, it had me in a depression mode. It had me thinking, and it just had me in dark mode. And even taking it, really, people don't realize, but that stuff caused even more depression. So on top of my fibromyalgia, I'm dealing with even more depression. I'm dealing with more anxiety. And then on top of that, the pain medicine just have you not thinking clearly. So I totally stopped that. And so now I'm just on regular controlled pain medicine with my where I have my Tylenols right here. I have my ibuprofen. And then I have other medicine that I have to take daily for the rheumatoid and for inflammation, and along with blood pressure meds and stuff like that. So guys, it's been rough. I just wanted to let you know of me. And I just worry. I worry a lot because, I'm like, if something happened to me, what's going to happen to my child? So I'm trying to set up stuff. Although I know his siblings would make sure that nothing happens to him, that he is taken care of. I want to make sure that, he can have, if something happened to me, he can have round-the-clock service in his own home. I don't want him to have to leave our home. This is his home, and this is what he know, and this is my house. So I don't want him to have to, I just want to set stuff up for him. But what I'm saying is, it's just a lot. So, but I do love to do YouTube. I found out that this is a great outlet for me, and I enjoy doing what I do. And then on top of that, watching my favorite shows or watching my favorite YouTubers doing celebrity news. I like doing that. I like sharing commentary, giving my opinions, stuff like that. Sharing my life lessons. So sharing my life, I enjoy doing that because it can help someone else. So, but guys, I'm not going to be on here too long because I am in a lot of pain. Like my arms are hurting, my legs are hurting. But I just wanted to share with you guys what I deal with. I'm going to let you into my life a little bit more. But it's just been a heck of a time. And so I just wanted to let you know that. But I will be doing my celebrity news. So please make sure you subscribe and stay tuned. I just have to find what's a good time to do it. And the only really good time to do it is in the evening when my son lays down. And sometimes I'll be so tired throughout the day. I'll be so sore and hurting and in pain. I don't even be wanting to pick up a camera or my phone to record anything. But I said, I have to just do it. I have to push through it. I have to grind through it, push through it, get my channel huge so I can help others. Because my ultimate goal is to help others, especially those who have handicapped children, who have children with autism, Down syndrome, everything. I just want to help. I want to be of service to others. I really do. And so, and then I want to help other people who's going through similar things like me. But guys, I'm going to be sharing so much of my life, that what I've been going through in my life. I'm going to be sharing some juicy stuff with what I had in relationships. I'm going to be sharing some of everything that your mouth going to drop. Trust and believe me, your mouth will drop. But I just wanted to share that. And because I said I was going to let you into what's been going on with me and everything. So, and guys, just to let you know, yes, I probably had rheumatoid since I was young. A lot of kids have rheumatoid. It's just not for old people. Rheumatoid arthritis, people need to wake up about that. A lot of people, and the sad part is a lot of young people don't like to say it because they feel like it's a disease for older people. But no, it's a young disease. I know a lot of young kids and teenagers with rheumatoid arthritis. So I've had it for a long time. I just gotten diagnosed for it. It's been like since 2012 is when I was actually diagnosed with rheumatoid. So yeah, and so it's not an easy thing, and you don't want to. You just be praying, because some people don't get the form to where you say, wow, they're crippling. Like they're able to control the crippling, but they're not able to control the disease. Like there's no cure. But they're able to slow down, not cure the crippling. They're able to slow down the crippling process. So I might, you know, live to 90 years old, which is, you know, people be in a lot of pain, but I might live to a 90 years old where you couldn't probably physically look at me and say, you know, you probably wouldn't notice the crippling per se. You probably wouldn't notice. Only I would know probably where my bones are bending. And they, of course, the doctors will know where my bones are bending and stuff like that. Some people, unfortunately, you're able to look at their hands and their fingers and see that, you know, they're crooked or stuff like that. So, but I'll just pray to God, you know, I don't want to have to experience that. That's scary to me. My mother isn't. My mother, you couldn't look at her and see. The only thing you can notice is like something like with her fingers, like you'll see like the little nodules. It's like little knots. And then like her fingers are a little bent, but you know, it's not like you know, like the form bent, but you can see like they're curved or whatever. So that's what I'm scared about. And right now, like, I'm really scared about this pinky. This pinky right here gives me so much problems. And like, you know, how it's a little bulge right there. And then you can't really see it on camera, but I have like a little, it's like a little, I don't know if you can see it. You see that? It's like a little light thing there, but you know, so I just get worried about that. I don't want to get to where I can't help my son or anything like that, but you know, God is good. I just ask God for strength and to help me throughout this. So guys, I just wanted to let you know a little bit more about my personal life. And stay tuned. I will be doing celebrity news and updates, reality TV show reviews, and more on my personal life. So guys, please make sure you subscribe, comment down below, turn on your post notification bells for when I drop another video. Thanks guys. Thanks for your time. And I'll see you soon.